Program to help small business. Simone?
Brian, we just heard from the governor right off the top. What they are doing is not enough, but it is more than yesterday.
I'll be blunt about this. What we're going to talk about today is only just a start of what we need to do. We know we have a long economic recovery ahead of us.
So new today, the governor announcing a competitive grant for small businesses that are hurting because of the COVID-19 outbreak. It's a $5 million grant that can be given to small businesses. Each business can get up to $10,000 if they are approved. And when we talk about small businesses, we're talking about businesses with 10 employees or fewer. Now, the grant money can be used for operational expenses, so rent, utilities, store inventory, and for people who are interested in applying, we have a ton more information at coronavirus.wa.gov on that program. So if we do the math and say each business got the maximum $10,000, that would be just 500 businesses across our state. We know it's not a lot, but the governor says at least it's a small portion and knows that they will need to do more as we continue to go through this outbreak. Businesses will be applying directly through their county chamber of commerce. So there is going to be some regional equity here to make sure every part of the state is hit. Now, this program is especially targeting the small businesses with very few employees in our state because they are having a harder time qualifying for federal grant programs like the Paycheck Protection Program. That's because in order to get the Paycheck Protection Program fully forgiven, that business needs to spend 75% of it on payroll. Well, if you don't have as many employees, your payroll expenses may not be as high as, say, your mortgage. A lot of businesses still applying for this Paycheck Protection Program at the federal level. In fact, so many that the Treasury Secretary is asking Congress for an additional $250 billion for this program. Say that the $350 billion that's already allocated is at risk of running dry, even though banks just started taking applications for this on Friday. Brian?
Simone, I'm just curious to know how many businesses have been able to use this program so far.
So at the federal level, again, just a few days now that they've been taking those applications, about 250,000 businesses across our country have had their loans processed through the Paycheck Protection Program. They've given about $70 billion worth of that loan so far, but we know there are so many millions of small businesses across our country who are in need, and they do anticipate that money will run out, which is why the Treasury Secretary is already asking Congress for more.
All right, Simone Del Rosario.